Coach Paul Stumpf here, freshman Devin Greer and sophomore Olivia Howard. Coach, if you could just give an opening statement on the game, and then we'll open it up for questions from the media.
Well, you know, on a session, a game like this, there's so many thoughts that roll through your head. But basically, what's running through my head most right now is how grateful I am to have such an amazing staff, which includes our coaching staff, our sports performance people, our athletic training staff, so that we could have players available to play at a very high level for a long period of time, and then of course very grateful for a group of young ladies who have been grinding away since early August, and during a tough time continued to kind of stay the course and try to play with courage. You know, we talked today about playing with courage, playing relentlessly, and with some intensity, which I think they brought to life for the entire game today. And of course, you've got to say, coming from behind is a challenge. 30 or so minutes to go, you go down a goal, and it really shows quite a lot of character. We couldn't be down for too long because we scored about 27 seconds later, which was great, but who knows had it gone a little bit longer. So I think, all the credit has to go to that, those groups which I talked about. The staff and the players just did an amazing job today.
Open it up for questions to the media. Please state your name and news outlet.
Jorge Mercado with the News Talk. Devin, it's been a really good 72 hours for you. Big West Freshman of the Year. Obviously getting the winning goal here today. You were one-on-one for about the last third of the field there with the Cal State Fullerton defender. Just what was going through your mind right before the shot and really as it went in the net?
I hadn't had a shot in the game yet, and I just decided to take her on. I saw to my left that they would have cover, so I cut it back in and aimed for the back post, and I went in. So just stay composed and got that winning goal. Super grateful for that.
And if I can add, we've been working on shaping balls around, and she bent it purposefully.
Yep.
I mean, it was a very purposefully shaped ball into that area, and boy, I was so glad when it hit inside the post instead of the top of the post, the outside of the post. But it was a very well crafted goal for sure, including the pass from Isabella Ong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. And Olivia, as Coach mentioned, I mean, it was about 27 seconds between their goal and then you guys get the equalizer. But just what was going through your guys' mind? I mean, running down the field with the counterattack, and you're kind of able to tie it up there just moments later.
Yeah, well, obviously, I kind of was not my best moment giving up a PK, and I knew the only way to make it up to my team was to score. So I knew I had to score. I had to score for my team, and when the perfect ball came, it was the perfect opportunity to hit it first time, and so I did, and fortunately hit the back of the net. So. Also
a very difficult finish because that ball was coming very fast across the face net. It is easy to put that ball over, and the way she hit it so cleanly, stretching the back of the net, it was again a well-crafted goal by the team. It was excellent. Great cross, excellent finish. Yeah, very well done. Yeah.
So you guys, obviously, amazing defense by both teams in the first half. Like a lot of times when you see 0-0 on a score, it feels like, man, is none of the offense awake? But you guys both offenses were beautifully awake. And going into halftime, knowing that you have to win this game with a goal, can't go to a playoff game. What do you tell your offense when it is 0-0? Because you guys obviously woke up in the second half.
Well, this game there was going to be a winner today. If it stayed 0-0 through overtime, it would have gone a penalty kick. So no one technically had to score a goal, but obviously then once someone did, then we had to score a goal to kind of stay in it. Well, the first system they played was a 4-3-3, which we were clearly having some success on, and they immediately switched. They didn't immediately, but after about 15 or 20 minutes of us having no problem getting out of the back, they switched to a 4-4-2. And we play a combination of a 3-4-3, and again, on the magnet board, it works, but we were struggling with it. And so when we got into halftime, we decided, okay, they're probably going to stay in this 4-4-2, and we're going to go back to what we do best, which is a 4-3-3. And we clarified the defensive rotations, and I felt like we stopped kind of their momentum a little bit. The game was a little bit more even, and then of course there was an unfortunate moment. These things happen. No one got out of this game without making a mistake. Okay, no one, including myself. But then once again, we stuck with it, and fortunately for us, we got some real quality execution in front of goal, and that was the difference clearly, because both teams do defend exceptionally well. Fullerton is known for being an exceptionally good defense team, and that's part of the reason why they've won Big West tournament championships, and they've been to the NCAA tournament, because they are so good defensively. So for us to nick 2 goals in 5 or 6 minutes speaks to this group.
I just want to ask, how was the defense those last 18 minutes, right? Because as alluded to, you get those 2 goals, you kind of have the lead, but in the back of your head, I have to imagine you're thinking, wow, there's a lot of scoring going on now. How do you make sure that you have the mentality to clamp down and really just get a 2-1 win? You have the advantage of that point.
Well, I call it bite. So every time the ball is up in the air, you have to be the first to it. And that if you're the first to the ball, they're not going to score. And so I think as a team, we know if we can be the first to get our head on the ball in the air, they're not going to score. And fortunately, it worked for us today, and we were very aggressive in the box, which really allowed us to clear balls and, of course, keep the ball from going in the back of the net. And Maddie, of course, Maddie was huge for us, and she's been huge for us all year, but she is just such a solid goalkeeper, able to get up. That one ball that hit the post, she was there for us the entire game.
Yeah, the last 10 or 15, it gets a little chaotic at the end. Our interest in playing the beautiful game close to our own goal kind of goes out the window, and we're just trying to get it out, and they're trying to knock it in. So chaos is not something we've been particularly good at this year. So I was really pleased that they didn't get too many really good looks at the goal. So, what Olivia is talking about is the competitiveness to make sure you're winning the loose balls, and when you're tired, traveling 30 yards to go put pressure on the ball, and they did a really good job during those chaotic few minutes, because they weren't peppering our goal or anything like that, but it was a challenge because there were a lot of balls in the box that you just have to deal with.
Devin, what was your first postseason game like here?
That was probably the best postseason game. That was a lot of pressure, and I love the competition out there, so I'm glad we get to play another one. So.
Take 1 or 2 more questions if you guys got one, and then we'll wrap it up.
Alex, KCSU Sports. Coach, Buckley went all 90 minutes today. Do you see her doing that for the rest of postseason play?
Yeah, she started and played most games for us this year. The goalkeeping position is not one that you rotate unless someone has a few mistakes and has a little bit of a crisis of confidence potentially. Maddie is not lacking in confidence, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And so, there's certain roles that you rotate a little bit more. Generally speaking, up the field, our strikers, attacking center mids, but Emma or the back 4, we would love, and Maddie, we would love to keep them in, because they have got to be within the rhythm of the game the whole time. There's no taking time to get caught up of the pace. So if Maddie stays healthy and continues to play the way she has played all year, then she will be the person. Yeah, that's a good question.
You advanced to take on the number 2 seed UC Davis Aggies in Hawaii, who you faced just about a week ago. 1-0 score,
Yep.
Their favor. What do you need to do this time to switch that?
I think we just need to score early. Honestly, I think when we score early, it allows us to focus and settle down. And it took us a while to get a goal this game, but definitely against UC Davis, I would say they're a more possession-based team, and I think we'll match up well. And if we just get that early goal, I think we can deflate them very well. So.
And I think knowing our team and knowing how that game went, and we had the ball so much, and the score doesn't always reflect the game, and I think that was a game where the score did not reflect the game. And so I'm really excited to play them again and potentially, head to the championship game.
Yeah, they're also very well known for being a well-organized, hard defensive team. So breaking them down will be difficult, which is exactly why they're in the number 2 spot. Yeah, it's a great question.
Mackie Everett, KCSB Sports. So, obviously, Devin and Olivia, both of you guys stepped up into really huge offensive roles this season. How do you guys think the pressure of being vaulted into those roles helped you guys out for this playoff season?
I think a big part of it is you train the way you play, and you play the way you train. And we train very well. and we train very intensely. And so I do think that our training plays a lot of role in us being able to step up and score goals. And so I would just say overall, our training is intense, and it's what gets us to like the position we are now. So
I think also having the mindset of I want that stress on me, I want the pressure on me, and to come out there and put away 2 amazing goals. Like, you want that position as a attacking player especially. So just having that right mindset to have that grit to go into the game and want to put your team up and win the game.
Some people shy away from that pressure. I see it, but these 2 are 2 that really enjoy it. They like they're happy with the limelight and the attention and the pressure, and that's a mindset that coaches absolutely find value, for sure.
All right. Thank you, coaches and players. Good
Thank
luck.
you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.